and welcome to the launch of the Safe Book series. My name is Mia Friedman and I have the pleasure of hosting today's launch.
May the spirits of my ancestors walk beside you, protect you whilst you're on Gadigal Eora country, as I know they walk beside and protect me.
I can tell you, as Rosie Waterland's employer over the last few years, the legacy that her childhood has left has been immense. It has taken a massive toll on her through the PTSD that she has been left with, through the anxiety that she suffers, and through the mental illness and mental health issues she and her sisters, but particularly Rosie, has battled throughout her life. As recently as a few weeks ago, she was admitted to hospital for mental health reasons because her PTSD had returned. This is a lifelong issue, and a lifelong issue not just for the victims themselves, but for our whole community. And it's been an incredibly powerful lesson for me as an employer. It's obviously, as I said, it's an area I've been always very interested in my whole life, but I've never had first-hand experience of it. And being Rosie's friend and her employer and seeing the toll it's taken on her and the stigma that she's faced and the struggles she's faced and the economic hardship she and her sisters have faced and the lifelong consequences they have faced has been an extraordinarily humbling lesson.
What the Children's Guardian is doing here is taking one further giant step to try and assist children to be kept safe. My role as the Minister for Family and Community Services is some of the things that I see are just horrible. I mean, there's a whole lot of factors in these four books that you're going to see. And each one of them go to some really significant aspect of ensuring that not only the people who are working with our children, caring for our children, understand those sort of protective factors, those protective circumstances that we need to understand, but also the children know and feel confident about being able to share their thoughts with us.
I have a really strong and zero tolerance approach to child abuse and some of the issues we're talking about today, and I really believe strongly in education and educating our younger kids to know what's right and wrong. I think at that age, if you remember your own experiences but also seeing my kids, sometimes it's really hard for them to know what's right and what's wrong.
What was really surprising for me, shocking actually, was that reading the survey reports, when the question was asked about if a child said that they felt uncomfortable about something or that something had happened, what would you do? And an alarming proportion, not a majority by any stretch of the imagination, around 30%, said they'd wait and see. And it was so alarming because that is your first opportunity to ask the next question, to find out what's happening, and perhaps save from other events happening and a child from a very traumatising experience that, as Mia said, will stay with them for the rest of their lives. So the team, the Children's Guardian, came with a suggestion that we would do a series of books.
Okay, on my count, 1, 2, 3.
Don't they look great?
Sam really loves to explore all around the living room floor, outside his house or at the park. Discovery gives Sam his spark.
Andy is so excited. It will soon be his turn. But before he starts, there's something he should learn. At daycare, the children are hearing about the undies rule. Everyone should know this before going to big school.
Fiona can imagine all kinds of fun things. Flowers that talk, blue dragons with wings. But imagination is not always fun. At night, shadows can make her run.
Playing past the parcel, Andy and Steve say sorry. Next time Eve will speak up without a worry. The parcel comes to her as the music stops. Eve unwraps a squishy dog covered in spots.
Please tweet, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, everything please that you can to get the word out about these books. I can't wait to tell Rosie about these books because we often talk about how things have changed she just turned 30, so in the last 20 years. And it has taken her 20 years to talk about what's happened to her. And if only these kinds of books had been around for her and her sisters when they were going through tough times, it might have saved a huge amount of heartache, a lifetime of heartache, it could be said. If you want to know anything about the series or to arrange a Safe Series training session at your childcare centre, head to the OCG website. The Safe Series lives in the training section.